The U.S. military has hit Houthis in Yemen. The strikes initiated on March 15th were described as large-scale and involved both air and naval operations. President Trump announced the strikes via social media, stating they were aimed at terrorist bases, leaders, and missile defenses to protect American shipping, air, and naval assets. This was also intended to open up international shipping lanes in the Red Sea, which the Houthis had disrupted for months with their attacks. Harry S. Truman Carrier Strike Group played a key role in this, with U.S. Central Command posting footage of strike aircraft launching from the supercarrier. According to Al Jazeera, the Houthi-run Health Ministry reported at least 32 people killed and 101 injured. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Houthis have no answer to the USS Harry S. Truman Carrier Strike Group. While Houthis had agreed to pause most attacks as long as the ceasefire in Gaza holds recently, they announced the resumption of strikes on Israeli ships in the Red Sea and adjacent regions, stating that the attacks will continue until Israel reopens humanitarian corridors to Gaza. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The Houthi movement, commonly called Houthis, is an Islamist political and armed organization that emerged from the Yemeni governorate of Sada in the 1990s. They mainly control western Yemen. Since the outbreak of the Hamas-Israel conflict in October of 2023, Houthi rebels have been launching a mix of drones and missiles to show their support for Hamas, first targeting Israel before redirecting their fire at civilian and military shipping off the coast of Yemen. The Houthis have targeted over 100 merchant vessels with missiles and drones. This has disrupted a critical maritime corridor, affecting nearly 15% of global seaborne trade. The USA, along with other nations, has faced challenges in ensuring navigational freedom, leading to periodic military actions against Houthi targets. Houthis are backed by Iran and are one of its important proxies apart from Hamas and Hezbollah. While Houthis had agreed to pause most attacks as long as the ceasefire in Gaza holds recently, they announced the resumption of strikes on Israeli ships in the Red Sea and adjacent regions, stating that the attacks will continue until Israel reopens humanitarian corridors to Gaza. USS Harry S. Truman, CVN-75, is the 8th United States Navy Nimitz-class supercarrier and is named after the 33rd President of the United States, Harry S. Truman. The ship was launched in 1996 and was commissioned on 25 July 1998. The carrier has a displacement of 100,000 tons and an overall length of 332.8 meters, 1,092 feet. To give viewers a perspective, it is about 3 football fields long. Powered by 2 A4W nuclear reactors, the ship can reach a maximum speed of over 30 knots or 56 kilometers per hour and is capable of operating continuously for over 20 years without refueling, so it has unlimited range and endurance. USS Harry S. Truman has long-range sensors that provide excellent situational awareness. Truman carries a flight group of more than 80 aircraft, including Boeing FA-18 Super Hornet, Boeing EA-18G Growler, Grumman C-2 Greyhound, and Northrop Grumman E-2 Hawkeye. Super Hornets are twin-engine, supersonic, all-weather carrier-capable 4th-generation, multi-role fighter aircraft and can carry ground attack weapons as well as air-to-air missiles. These can be equipped with a variety of precision strike munitions. The Growler is an airborne electronic attack aircraft. It is capable of electronic attack and suppression of enemy air defense, particularly useful at the start and early stages of hostilities. Hawkeye is a carrier-capable AWACS aircraft. It is designed to give long-range warning of incoming aerial threats and has a secondary role of command and control. The flight group is more powerful than the Air Force of many countries and can play defensive as well as offensive roles. For self-defense, the carrier has Sea Sparrow missiles, rolling airframe missiles, and failing CIWS. The important part is that the supercarrier is supported by the Ticonderoga cruiser, USS Gettysburg, CG-64, and Arleigh Burke destroyers USS Stout, DDG-55, USS Jason Dunham, DDG-109, and USS The Sullivans, DDG-68. The Ticonderoga cruiser and Arleigh Burke destroyers are multi-role warships capable of anti-aircraft warfare, anti-submarine warfare, and anti-surface warfare. These warships are among the largest in the world and are equipped with several kinds of sensors that can detect, track, and engage incoming threats, and carry out long-range precision strikes using weapons like Tomahawk cruise missiles. Houthis have very limited options when it comes to taking on the U.S. military. The Houthis do have an air force, but it is very constrained. It mainly includes one old F-5 fighter jet and several drones, which they use for military operations. This jet, captured from the Yemeni government, is considered not combat effective by the U.S., meaning it's unlikely to be used in active combat and serve more as a symbol. Houthis mainly rely on drones, cruise, and ballistic missiles for offense, but these are nothing that the U.S. Navy can't handle. On October 19, 2023, Arleigh Burke destroyer USS Carney successfully intercepted multiple missiles launched from Houthi-controlled areas in Yemen. A U.S. carrier strike group is very hard to penetrate, even for an advanced military, and Houthis are technically not that sophisticated. The strikes conducted by Truman also show that the carrier is fine. Viewers may note that on February 12th, the carrier had collided with cargo ship MV Besiktas M in the Mediterranean Sea near Port Said, Egypt, and sustained damage to various parts of the aft starboard end. The supercarrier resumed routine operations at sea following a brief period in port for repairs in Greece. Houthis said that they retaliated, stating, "We attacked the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman with 18 ballistic missiles and drones. We will not hesitate to target all U.S. warships in the Red Sea and the Arabian Sea." This is false, basically propaganda for domestic audiences. And even if they did carry out strikes, it's evident that it didn't work. The fact is their launch capabilities are down 90% since January. It is likely that further strikes from Truman in the coming days will drastically reduce their capacity to hinder the seafaring trades.